Huda after it. On the sideboards, after it, Metcalf poking the puck. Prince gets up and dumps it down ice with 2:25 to go. Race for the puck, McSween there, and that'll be icing against the Wings. 2 minutes, 22 seconds to go. Adirondack 5, Rochester 4.
You know what that does now, too, Don? With 2:22, that gives the Amerks a little shot right now, a little bit more time to play with. You know, Van Boxmeer probably was thinking about pulling the goaltender. He's talking to Pupa. He's motioning to Pupa right now. Maybe he's probably calling a timeout. He probably will call a timeout here. Motion to Pupa, but Van Boxmeer is probably saying... Oh, I see what he's doing right now. He's got Darcy out there. Might be switching goalies for this one. That stalling tactic to get to that extra timeout right now.
That's a breather for his team, so the old goalie switcheroo, which Coach Van Boxmeer has worked so well so many times this year.
You know what I was talking about with that goal by Orlando? What it does now, if they were down by 2 goals, Van Boxmeer would have probably pulled the goaltender a little earlier. Now he's got about 1 minute and 22 seconds to play around to see with the face-off deep in the Adirondack zone. He doesn't have to pull that goaltender until there's about 1 minute left to go in the game. Darcy's taking his time getting ready because you remember Darcy was pulled in that first period. He's allowed to take his equipment on. Darren's going back into the game, so he's not allowed to take any of his equipment off. He's just standing there with all his equipment on. Van Boxmeer probably told Darcy, take your time. Here comes the referee, Schick. Telling Darcy, hurry it up. There's Darren. Look at Darren with all his equipment on.
It's a nice round of applause from the fans here, and you're certainly glad to see that.
Sure. 2:22. There it is. That tells a story. You talk, everybody's on the edge of their seats here. The excitement, unbelievable.
Puck pulled to the sideboards. Enter behind the net. Racing after it is Coral. He'll clear it off the boards and down ice. Wakalek out of his net. Shoots the puck off the glass. Round to the blue line, out the center ice. Puck loose. Almost pulled away by Martin, back in the zone and offside. 2 minutes, 4 seconds to go in the third period. The Wings 5, the Amerks 4, and Pupa will come back in.
Van Boxmeer motioning to Pupa to come back in. Van Boxmeer still has his timeout. So if there's a face-up, right now he's probably telling his troops to get that puck deep into the Adirondack zone. Get it in there deep and freeze that puck. Let's get a face-off deep in that zone there.
They might have a rule next year in the league called the Van Boxmeer rule. Do not change your goalies like this. 2 minutes, 4 seconds to go. McSween draws it back to Jackson. Shoots it into the Wings, into the rink. Steered into the corner by Elliott. Prince after it along with Orlando. Orlando poking at the puck. Down beyond the net by Metcalf. Race for it there, Coral. Digs it out, clears it away to center ice. Jackson picks it up. Off for Martin, dumps it back in. Wings have it in their own end. Huda fires it off the boards, out to center ice. Picked up by Jackson, 1 minute 30 to go. Orlando waits for his teammates to get onside. No, the whistle blows offside against the Amerks. 1:27 to go in the third period, a 1-goal game.
Holy smokes, I tell you, they can't get any tighter than this right here. Gates Orlando making a nice play at the blue line, holding on to that puck. Holding on for that puck. Trying to get that puck over to breaking McSween. There's Kevin Kerr. Look at it. Look at his eyes. He wants to win this game so bad he can taste it.
Adirondack's going to take their time out here, John, and boy.
Break for the Amerks right now.
You remember back about 6 months ago when the score was 5-2?
Oh, it seems like that. That first period really has been the downfall of the Amerks right now. They plugged away. They came back. Those 2 big goals by Orlando. Van Boxmeer saying, get that puck ahead. Get that puck deep in the zone and tie it up. Keep that puck going forward.
Something else, John, the fans here at the War Memorial have never let up all night long. They've been right behind the Amerks.
Well, they sure have, and, you know, they could see the determination in those players. The players on that bench, it would have been easy for them to give up 5-2. You know, they pulled their goaltender, put a new goaltender. It would have been easy for the Amerks to quit. Adirondack really had the edge of play in that first period, but the Amerks they did not quit. They kept on coming back and really working hard. Now you're wondering how big is that goal that Richie Dunn missed with that open net?
Well, I know how big it is right now.
It's extremely.
It's Martin, Metcalf, and Orlando up front.
No, there goes Benoit Hogue is switched up.
You see behind the bench the man they'd love to have out there right now wearing the coat and tie, huh? Puck shot around behind the Wings net. Coral after it there, shoots it off the glass. At the point, Jackson kicking at the puck, keeps it in. Down behind the Wings net again. All the way around to the point. McSwain this time keeps it in. Hogue in the corner, flips it in front. It's knocked behind the net by Huda. Cleared into the stands, out of play with 1 minute and 6 seconds to go.
Boy, tough break. Benoit Hogue, that puck coming right around the boards, trying to get that puck out in front. There's the guy all season. Wow, since he's been brought up to the or brought from over from Europe, Grant Martin been taking the important draws. Has been doing a great job out there. Sure, he'll be taking this draw. Amerks taking their timeout.
So now the Amerks will take their timeout as Coach Van Boxmeer lays a little piece of paper along the edge of the boards. He's going to script out the rest of the show here.
Don, can you imagine working all season for the final 106?
Trying to see if we can hear the coach. Now we can't pick it up.
Telling his troops to go forward, get that puck forward, keep it going. Everybody pick up a man out there. Is he going to pull the goaltender right now?
Well, the face-off is deep in the wing zone. They might do it here. John, what do you think?
This is close to around the time. You know, you might not get a chance for a face-off deep in this zone again. Might be another 30, 40 seconds before you can get that face-off deep in that zone. Minute 6 to go.
Let's see what Pupa does. He's going to head off the ice. The extra attacker is on.
Boy, some of the saves Darren Pupa look extremely big now. He made for the Amerks.
Puck is dropped. The Amerks have the extra attacker on the ice. The net is empty. The Amerks net is empty. Shot around. Dunn gets there in time to keep it in. 1 minute remaining. Hogue trying to dig it out. Orlando pinching in. The puck shot away down ice. This will be icing. Jackson racing for the puck. Gets there as quickly as he can. There's 47 seconds remaining.
Dineen probably a little upset at the way his team had that puck. They had possession of the puck and they just whistled that puck down the ice, forcing the icing call. Probably wanted his team to get possession of the red line and dump it in. Dineen's yelling at the referee, Schick. You know, he can't have his team over there. Van Boxmeer trying to get a quick huddle in for the face-off.
This time the face-off to the right of Darren Elliott. It's Grant Martin in for the draw against Glenn Murkowski. 47 seconds to go. The Amerks need a goal. The puck is dropped. The draw to the blue line for Jackson. The shot blocked away. Jackson after again, centering pass deflected behind the net. Orlando and Murkowski battle for the puck. Lays forward in the corner, cleared away but not out. Dunn keeps it in. Puck knocked down to center ice, picked up by Jackson. 32 seconds to go. Steves bumped off the puck from behind by Kerr. Slides it ahead. In the zone, Orlando has it under his skates. Feeds through the slot. Here's Dunn reaching in. He shot. He missed the net. Back again, Orlando. 20 seconds to go. Now behind the net for Dunn. Shot hits a leg. After it in the corner, Coral can't clear it out. Kept in, hopped over the stick of Hogue. The bouncing puck to the blue line. 8 seconds to go. Here's Krentz up ice. Shoots and scores on the empty net. An empty net goal by Dale Krentz will put it away for the Adirondack Red Wings.
The Amerks had their chances. Look at, they really just had their chances. Look at that look of dejection, frustration, everything on there on the part of Jimmy Jackson. He's a tired puppy. Look at that Amerks bench. They gave it everything they had. Krentz come out. The Amerks had a shot. Richie Dunn had a couple of shots at that puck. That's Krentz's third goal for the hat trick tonight. Scott Metcalf, look at how important missing that guy right there, Jody Gage. He's the difference right there in this series. Give a lot of credit to the Adirondack Red Wings, though. They fought back. They were a minute away from being eliminated from this series.
So the empty net goal by Krentz, his third goal of the game, 6th of the playoffs, with 7 seconds remaining. And that will spell doom for the Amerks here. Puck is dropped. They'll tick him down now. Cleared back into the Amerks zone. Done with it there. There it is. Adirondack advances, and the Amerks are done. Third period scoring summary brought to you by Genesee Cream Ale. It's not the same old brewski. In the third period, the Amerks battled back to within a goal, scoring at 17-20. Orlando with his second of the game, second of the playoffs. Metcalf and Jackson assisting. So the Amerks were back to within one, but at 19:53, on the Amerks empty net, Dale Krentz scored to give the Adirondack Red Wings the 6-4 victory and eliminate the Rochester Americans 4-3 in the quarterfinals. A hard-fought series it was. Again, the final, Adirondack 6, Rochester 4. You're watching Amerks hockey on WHEC-TV. No, we're not going yet. All right. We're going to pay attention here as the two teams shake hands, and what a hard-fought series. And check this out, John.
Yeah, the Doug Huda. You know, there are a couple keys to the Adirondack Red Wings. Doug Huda and Murray Eves. Krentz, what a difference he made. With everybody going over to shake Jody Gage's hand from the Adirondack Red Wings. Excellent job.
That young man there in the goalie for Adirondack. Well, how about that young man?
Yeah, there he is. That's the most valuable player of this series so far, Darren Elliott.
Excellent gesture as the two teams, after fighting, scrapping, and everything else, shake hands, and hard for the season, huh?
Mentioned it earlier. You wonder, is he the difference? Jody Gage the difference of this series? Definitely.
Well, I think the Amerks in 2 games going 1 of 9 on the power play. Yeah, I think it was certainly a big difference. And you certainly have to say the Amerks worked their you-know-whats off in this game tonight.
They worked their butts off. They came back. They worked their butts off, and they made it a game of it.
So again, the final, Adirondack 6, Rochester 4. We'll be back with the star of the night in just a moment. You're watching Amerks hockey on WHEC TV 10.
Tonight's game has been brought to you by Greater Rochester Cablevision, providing quality information and entertainment choices. By your Olds Rocket Team dealers. One look at a new 1988 Oldsmobile FE3 Delta 88, and you'll say, I want a new Olds. And by Genesee Cream Ale. It's not the same old brewski.
This should give you some idea of the difference. This should give you some...
Hey, man, where's the Ferrari?
I dumped it. Had this Delta 88 shipped down from Rochester.
Rochester?
Yeah, the Olds Rocket Team dealers gave me a great deal.
I thought you'd own a big BMW.
Nah, this FE3's got plenty of style and muscle. And I saved enough to get one for Mom.
Nice.
Hi, honey.
Hi, Mom.
I want to do both.
Shopping for a mortgage? You'd better be sure you get the right one.
This should give you some idea of the difference between beer and Genesee Cream Ale. Smooth Genesee Cream Ale. It's not the same old brewski.
So in the 7th game of the 7th year, the Adirondack Red Wings finally break the jinx and win the big one here in Rochester to advance against the Hershey Bears with a 6-4 victory over the Rochester Red Wings tonight. And tonight's Down Under Star of the Night is Darren Elliott, who made 40 saves tonight, and for being chosen Star of the Night, Darren will receive dinner for two at the Down Under, located in the historic German house on Gregory Street. The Down Under for fine food and drink. So another AHL season has come to a close in Rochester, and despite a raft of injuries and call-ups during the middle part of the season, somehow the Amerks were able to overcome the adversity and go to the playoffs and finish in 2nd place. And it, of course, is never easy to defend a Calder Cup championship, but I think this club showed a lot of character and a lot of heart this year in overcoming the adversity and going out and playing really hard. And I'd like to thank the Amerks front office, GM George Bergantz, for their help this year, the players for their cooperation, the sponsors, and of course our sales staff at TV10 for hastily being able to bring you Game 7 tonight. Let's go to John Bednarski and Don Stevens now for some final thoughts. John?
Well, first of all, I have to reiterate what you just said. All you people at Channel 10 are aces in my book, and it's been a great year. I think the Amerks have nothing to be ashamed of. They fought back. They fought back. They didn't have the team they had last year, but they did the most of what they had. And you have to credit Van Boxbury, those guys like Kevin Kerr, Hartman, Priestley. You know, you stop and think, what would this team be like with Logan or Parker and Gage in that lineup? Those 3 guys out of the lineup just devastated them, and they did not quit. They showed a lot of character out there. They've played hard, and they really, really showed a lot of pride in playing for Rochester Americans. I think that's something that has been developed this past couple of years with the Buffalo Sabre organization.
I don't think there's any question, Don, that they're playing in the #1 minor league hockey town in America.
Oh, there's no question about that. Nothing else even comes close. But just to say what John, to reiterate what John was saying, the Amerks this year came to within 1 point of the record that they set last year in points. And the team a whole lot younger and less experienced than it was last year. That means that things look good for the future. It looks like the Amerks and the Sabres organization will be able to continue to provide this kind of entertainment for the Rochester hockey fans for years to come.
All right, well, again, I thank you, gentlemen. It's been fun working with you again, Don and John.
It's always a pleasure to work with you. Like I said, you guys are aces, all the way from our producer-director, Phil Smith. I think we've learned a lot, and the commitment that Channel 10 has given to the Rochester American hockey fan is unbelievable. Arnold Klinsky, go all the way down the line, and all the guys in the truck, they all know who they are. And I don't want to start mentioning names because I'll miss out a couple of them, and then I'll have to buy them a drink at those somewhere. So, but they're all aces, and I'm really proud of them. I was really happy working with them.
Well, that'll wrap it up. 3 goals for Dale Krentz tonight, including the back-breaking empty netter at the end of the game, as the Adirondack Red Wings beat the Amerks 6-4 in the 7th and deciding game of the Calder Cup quarterfinal series. And now it's on for the Red Wings against the Hershey Bears in the semifinals. Now for Don Stevens, John Bednarski, and our producer-director, Phil Smith. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody. We'll see you again next year with the Amerks on TV10.